This is ABC 7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us. Scott has the night off. Day 2 of the Republican National Convention is now underway, and as we speak, Donald Trump is set to officially become the party's nominee. ABC 7 continues its special live coverage of the RNC from Cleveland, Ohio. That's where we find Ray Collins and Alan Cohn live this evening. Ray and Alan.
Haley, day 2 of the session began about 15-20 minutes ago. House Speaker Paul Ryan kicked things off. Right now, it's a Buffalo area Congressman Chris Collins at the podium. But Alan, a bit of a surprise to have House Speaker Paul Ryan here after all?
Well, he has been keeping his distance. After all, he is the chair of this convention, but he was not here to gavel it open yesterday. He did basically fulfill some obligations. He didn't talk about Trump policy or politics. It's just basically what you have to do as chairman just a few moments ago. And this comes in the context of outside we have some civil unrest that's going on with Black Lives Matters protesters and other groups.
Yeah, a number of protests right now. We've got some video to show you a wide range of issues, including some anti-Trump protesters. We heard reports that the police chief was pushed, no injuries and no arrests. Some 5,000 police officers are here from across the country trying to keep control of Cleveland.
And here's the bottom line. The Republican Party wants today to go a lot better than it did yesterday because, after all, the day started yesterday with the Never Trump movement and chaos on the floor of the convention, and it ended with some problems in terms of allegations that Melania Trump had lifted some portions of her speech from Michelle Obama's address to the Democratic convention 8 years ago. Now, we got some insight about this from Adam Putnam, who is the Commissioner of Agriculture in Florida, and many expect him to be the Republican nominee for governor in just a couple of years.
Everyone over the last number of conventions has complained that they've become scripted and sterile.
This wasn't scripted.
The Donald Trump convention is anything but. I thought Giuliani just brought a strong, forceful passion and just great moral leadership from his experiences in New York. And so I think that you're going to continue to see a week that's worth watching because you're just not sure what's going to happen.
Not sure what is going to happen. We'll have more interviews and highlights from this convention just coming up in an hour on ABC 7 at 7.
Yeah, plenty of speakers. Now we've got a list of some of the speakers who will be addressing the RNC here in Cleveland. Of course, we've got Paul Ryan, the House Speaker, Governor Chris Christie from New Jersey, and also Don Trump Jr., as well as his half-sister Tiffany, among the speakers who will be talking tonight here at the RNC in Cleveland. So we'll see you at 11, see Alan at 7. For Alan Cohn, I'm Ray Collins, live in Cleveland. Haley, back to you in Sarasota.
Thank you, Ray and Alan. And here on the Suncoast, switching gears, former inmate housing could become the future home for young Manatee County professionals. ABC 7's Adam Cellini is joining us now live with more on the county's plans to convert an abandoned jail into workforce housing. Adam.
Thank you, Haley. I'm here in downtown Bradenton. This taller building behind me is the old county jail that has sat completely empty for the last 10 years. The county has been unable to finance a renovation of their own, so they'll be opening up the floor to proposals from people interested in maybe leasing the building as a commercial property. They'll be taking those proposals between August and September. Manatee County is seeking lease proposals from anyone interested in converting its old 6-story jail into potential workforce housing.
I think it's a really positive step that the county is looking at this and providing this opportunity.
33-year-old Ogden Clark is with the Manatee Millennial Movement, an outreach effort formed last year by young county employees. He says cost of living has been a reason 2% of millennials leave Manatee County every year.
One of those key factors has been housing. And that's something that we have been working on over the last 2 years, starting to talk about thinking outside the box.
Renovating the facility will take some creativity. The building and its utilities are connected with the new Judicial Center. It would also require a new public entrance, stairs, and elevators.
It is a jail facility. The main floors on the upper side are still jail cells and with the bars and everything. So, but there are spaces that could be converted. There's a lot of different uses that could be proposed.
In the invitation to negotiate put out by Manatee Manatee County. They say they want at least 25% of living spaces to target millennials.
That was one of the uses they thought would be beneficial to revitalize the downtown area.
A coffee shop on nearby Old Main Street can see the opportunity for more customers.
More millennials or more people living downtown, it just means a lot more people walking downtown, spending their time downtown, and spending their money.
But more people can also mean more traffic. The county is hopeful future tenants will be more likely to utilize Bradenton's nearby public transit hub. Now, since there are still several access points between the old jail building and the new judicial center, the county says they'll be paying a particular attention in these proposals to how people plan on separating foot traffic from the normal daily activities over at the courthouse. Live in Bradenton, I'm Adam Cellini. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Adam. And as you can tell from Adam's live shot there, a little wet outside. Let's head over to Bob with an update on our forecast.
Yeah, the good news is most of the heavy rain is over, and it looks like light rain lingering in some areas for the next hour or so. And then it should be a pretty pleasant evening. Skies will begin to clear later on tonight. The first round of heavy weather blew up right along the coastline, and then some bigger storms into Highlands County did prompt the National Weather Service to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. There haven't been any reports of any damage there. Still some cells well east of our immediate viewing area, but you can see that light rain now still lingering across parts of Bradenton up to Palmetto and near Parrish, but for the most part it is winding down as it continues to push off to the west. The rainfall rate is not all that impressive with these particular showers. A little heavier earlier today, but not much going on right now. Currently at the airport, light rain, 79. Nice out there. The dew point 72. East and northeast winds at 6, and the pressure falling slightly at 30-11. We'll have more in the forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Haley.
Thank you, Bob. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is investigating what's believed to be a homicide. The body of a male victim was discovered in the 11,350 block of Old Tampa Road in Parrish this afternoon. Deputies say there was trauma to the body, which appears to have been dumped on the side of the road. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers. First responders with Manatee County law enforcement and fire departments coming together today to make sure they are all on the same page in the fight against heroin. The county holding a meeting today on treating overdoses. Like last summer, Manatee County is seeing a spike on calls related to heroin overdoses. But this time, officials say the medication users are using to cut the heroin seems to be different and stronger. So first responders are trying to respond accordingly.
Everything that we're doing, we have to alter what we do to kind of correct the things that they're doing illegally.
There's been instances where we've gone to the same house 3 times in a day for an overdose. That's frustrating, but I like to see these folks get the help that they need.
The problem continues in Sarasota County as well. The Sheriff's Office issued a warning and a PSA just last week regarding heroin overdoses. Another effort in the fight against proposed changes to Sarasota County's comprehensive plan. Straight ahead, what one resident is trying to do to gather enough support for.
Local coverage of the Republican National Convention on ABC 7 News is brought to you by Stolarski Orthopedic and Age Vital Compounding Pharmacy.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good.
Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
While proposed changes to Sarasota County's comprehensive plan are still being reviewed, efforts are underway to stop some of them. The plan is used by county officials to determine the community's goals for development. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates joins us now with a follow-up. Bobeth.
Well, while the county attempts to amend the comprehensive plan, one resident wants to amend the charter, which could prevent some of the changes from taking effect.
81 different changes are being proposed to Sarasota County's comprehensive plan, but some argue that the changes could have negative impacts on everything from historic preservation to the environment.
The comprehensive plan has been beaten to submission lately.
Among the concerns, this amendment, which would delete the word all from the directives, which states the county should identify, manage, and protect all ecological communities and native habitats. Without the word all, some worry the environmental consequences could be great, and that's just one of the many changes causing concern.
The wording in the comprehensive plans that previously said shall, which is very definitive, now says should. The county has given away sections of our roads when the comp plan says that they shall not do so. So certainly if it says that they should not do so, it's open game.
Sarasota resident Mike Cosentino has taken his concerns to the next level, drafting an amendment to the county's charter, which would supersede some of the changes to the comprehensive plan.
The charter amendment that I filed actually takes the language of 1.1.13 that has been changed and to give the voters a chance to put into the county charter the language that was gutted.
Cosentino still has to gather the necessary signatures to get his initiative on the November ballot. In the meantime, county officials stress the possible changes to the plan are necessary to prepare for future growth.
It is our plan for how we get to a kind of a better future for Sarasota County. It's all about our quality of life, how we spend our resources, how we coordinate with one another, and the things that are important to us.
Parsons is the county's planning manager, and he stresses those with concerns still have time to get involved with the process.
It is the community's plan. It is the community's intention for how we're going to grow. So the community is absolutely invited to take a look.
Now, the county is waiting to hear back from the state about the proposed changes to the comprehensive plan. A second vote and public hearing on the matter is expected in October. Back to you.
Thank you, Bobeth. Bob will be back with our full weather forecast after this.
Stand out in your new WILDE Lexus. Now is your golden opportunity to lease a new 2016 Lexus ES350 for only $329, or enjoy 0.9% APR, just $329, exclusively at WILDE Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC 7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology.
And focus on the Suncoast.
The official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Until recently, getting older meant losing your energy, memory, sex drive, even gaining weight, but it doesn't have to.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jenny Wilkins, owner of Age Vital Pharmacy Research and Wellness. Reversing or slowing the effects of aging can be as simple as supplementing vitamins, minerals, and hormones that your body needs in order to look and feel young again. At Age Vital, we do this without taking harmful prescription drugs that often have a longer list of side effects than benefits. Growing older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Age well, Age Vital.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Stand out in your new Wild Lexus. Now is your golden opportunity to lease the bold new 2016 Lexus RX 350 for only $419, or enjoy 1.9% APR, just $419, exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Well, Bob, just my luck, had just gotten done getting my hair done.
Yeah,
and then the thunder crashes, downpour, and there goes the dry hair.
My whole trip to work was fine until I got to the parking lot. It was pouring down rain. I had to make a dash for it.
Yep.
Yeah, a little wet too.
That's how it always goes.
Yeah, right around 3:30, some big storms flaring up, and this one caught by Daniel Eurostar, and you got a nice shot of that, actually called scud, that low-hanging cloudiness that you see right there that can have the appearance of what appears to be a funnel cloud at times. So a very ominous looking storm it was, and it was moving quickly off to the west. And get a look at this interesting shot, again sent from Susan Kelly, looking off into the bay there. A little window that kind of blew up in between two storms, some heavy rain right there in between. Appreciate that. And Casey Key, always a dramatic shot when these showers move off into the Gulf of Mexico. And you can see that quite clearly. All the action moving off to the east, associated with a little stronger east wind that we've seen over the past couple of days, not allowing that west coast sea breeze to get far inland. Now, normal day, you're going to see that west coast sea breeze move about 10, 15, even 20 to 30 miles inland. That's where the storms kind of blow up and flare up in the interior portions of our viewing area. And then with that steady east wind, they come back toward the coast later in the afternoon and evening. It hasn't been the case over the past couple of days. Similar conditions expect to be played out again tomorrow. Maybe a slight change on Thursday. But right now, most of the rain is over. Some showers into eastern portions of Highlands County. Some light rain still lingering near the coast in the Manatee and Sarasota counties. But boy, it came down pretty heavy. At times, rainfall amounts up to nearly 2 inches near Fruitville and I-75 in between University there, stretching down toward the north end of Siesta Key over a half inch. And look at this, 3.5 inches of rain in just a couple of hours there with some heavy cells. That's where a severe thunderstorm warning had been issued earlier this afternoon. Right now it's 79, comfortable east to northeast winds at 6. The pressure 30-11, still high, falling slightly over the last hour. 95 the high, 1 degree shy of the record 96. Typically when you get more east wind and no sea breeze develop, that's when you get record high temperatures here along the coast. Now, as far as rainfall goes at the airport, only 3/100ths of an inch of rain there. And for the month, 2.90 inches, but some areas have already had up to 5 to 6 inches of rain so far this month. Temperature 97 degrees, a hot spot there in Tallahassee, 20 degrees cooler in Orlando, and temperatures all into the upper 70s to low 80s where it's rained. Where it hasn't, still pretty warm. Venice Gardens and in Northport, Inglewood, all into the upper 80s there. Well, this is the water vapor imagery showing the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere where that moisture is. Not so much where it's raining, but this shows a lot of moisture moving through the Bahamas now, and it appears to be moving mainly off to the west-northwest, so this could be in play tomorrow. A little bit better chance, maybe some heavier rainfall like we saw earlier today into Highlands County. So tonight, clearing skies and then comfortable low temperatures in the mid-70s. Tomorrow, here comes that east wind. Showers popping up around 3 to 4 o'clock and continuing to move up and through the west. And then eventually, I think by Thursday, a little bit better chance to see some heavier weather and some stronger cells. Now, the tropics have been quiet, but that's fairly typical. During the season, the number of storms really doesn't start to pick up until August. In fact, about 90% of all storms occur in the months of August and September. So keep that in mind. We've had an active start thus far, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Nothing going on there right now. All is fairly quiet in our neck of the woods. As far as the boating forecast goes, looks to be okay tomorrow. Again, in the morning, looking better than the afternoon. A light chop on the bays and inland waters. Winds and seas higher near those individual storms tomorrow afternoon. Water temperature 87 now at the end of Venice Pier. Low tide at 8:25. And another one at 7:04 tomorrow morning. Full moon tonight, 76, a few showers, clearing late. The moon actually rises at around 8:19. And then tomorrow, morning sunshine, followed by the storms in the afternoon, 92. It'll be hit or miss. The extended forecast calling for a little bit better chance for some more widespread storms on Thursday, and that continues through the weekend. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. As officers across the country are on edge following 2 separate attacks on police officers, members of the Northport Police Department visited the nation's capital to learn how they can further improve relationships with the community. It's all part of President Obama's 21st Century Policing Task Force. The main focus is establishing trust within the community, something the police chief says the department has worked hard to accomplish. But the department says there is still work to be done to strengthen those bonds.
I think communities just need to sit down and talk, and if there's issues, we need to listen, and we need to figure out what is the problem and try and fix it together.
In the last few years, the department has changed its image by using social media to portray law enforcement as more approachable, all part of establishing that trust with the community.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll introduce you to an amazing woman that has a lot of control over what you read.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
That's Chuck, proud homeowner, regular do-it-yourselfer. Today he's attempting an electrical repair. This is Pablo. He's an electrician with Mr. Sparky. How's he doing, Pablo?
Terrible, Mike.
Yeah. What Chuck doesn't realize is that almost 68,000 home fires are caused every year by electrical problems.
What?
If he doesn't have the proper tools and training, he's liable to start the next one.
Little help here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You might want to write that number down.
Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
ABC 7's Linda Carson is joining us now with this week's edition of Amazing Suncoast Woman. Linda.
Well, Emily Walsh, we salute you. From professional dancer to newspaper publisher, you are an amazing Suncoast woman. Emily Walsh was born in Independence, Missouri, and when she was 9 months old, her family moved to Florida.
My parents worked for the Miami Herald back then, and then we moved to St. Petersburg, Florida, where I attended elementary and middle school. My father worked for Florida Trend magazine.
When Emily was in 10th grade, her parents bought the Observer and moved to Longboat Key.
I went to Cardinal Mooney, but I only went for a semester. Started dancing with the Sarasota Ballet full-time and finished my high schooling through the University of Nebraska's correspondence school.
Emily danced professionally with the Sarasota Ballet for 4 years. Her sister Kate Honia is still a principal dancer there. Then she attended Florida State. After college, Emily was thinking of trying Broadway and took a job to save up some money.
So I started working at the Longboat Observer with doing some small jobs. And one day we were short photographers, and it was a big society gala event, and they threw me a camera and said, "Go cover it."
The newspaper business is in her blood. Her family has been in it for 4 generations.
So I started out as just a community reporter, then moved into the position of the black tie editor and covered the social scene for about 7-8 years.
She also worked in advertising and sales.
So that was probably one of my most favorite positions because you feel like you're a marketing director for so many different kinds of businesses and people. It's really fun to help them grow their business.
And she helped bring the Observers into the digital age. She's deeply involved in community organizations, and she has a 6-year-old son.
What I want to do for him is show him how being a part of your community is very important and something that you should do and give back to your community.
And she has a goal for her newspapers.
And, you know, hopefully maybe one day we'll be known as one of the best local media companies in Florida.
Her life lesson?
Make sure that you appreciate every person that you meet on the way and take the time to listen because they're always going to give you great advice that you will use at some point in the future.
And while watching the movie Finding Dory with her son, she learned another lesson.
There's always another way. So no matter what you're doing in life, there's always another way to make it happen.
Emily is taking over during a time of great change in the newspaper world. Some are predicting that digital media will wipe out newspapers, but Emily plans to ride the wave into the digital age and make her company even stronger for the changes. She really is amazing.
Yes, she is. From dancer to journalist,
great woman,
to
yeah,
publisher.
actually, great family too out there.
Right.
Yes.
And great paper, love it. I tell you what, weather looks good this evening.
Good.
It should be okay. No heavy rainfall around, so you can make it out to your car and not worry about it.
Okay, good. Thank you, Bob. Join us at 7 o'clock. We'll have more from the RNC in Cleveland. Have a great night.